Good afternoon and welcome to Braintree High School as we are ready for some baseball, varsity baseball, Braintree and a non-league foe, Plymouth North, the Eagles and the Wamps. First pitch of the game here as this one is hit well to deep left field. Braintree back to make the catch on the opening fly ball. Jaron back there to make the catch. Mike Wassel and TJ Chamberlain here on the call for BCAM TV. And one pitch and one very quick out.
Yeah, especially with a team like this, you need to get out and get out quick. Plymouth North is a team that once they get going, they could score runs in bunches. I was just telling you this before the game. Coming into today, their last two games, including one yesterday that they put up 14 runs, they've scored 26 runs in the last two games.
Morelli with pitch number 2 of the ball game. That's a breaking ball dropped in for a strike. As Morelli starts here today for Braintree, pitched once earlier in the season, but did not go very far into the game and is ready to pitch here in a big game here against Plymouth North. Braintree 2-1 of the season, Plymouth North 3-1, so two pretty evenly matched teams, very good baseball programs. And Braintree, as always, beefing up their schedule to play some of the top teams in the state. The new power ranking system in the playoffs will factor in as this is a ground ball hit to deep third, and it's going to get by. The backhanded attempt at third base of O'Rourke, and the base runner heads to second base.
Yeah, that got right by the third base, but and the grass actually being in pretty good condition today, rather than if it was wet, the ball would have just stopped, except it just kept rolling and turned a single into a double.
Depending on who's scoring, that could have gone down as an error or a base hit. That was certainly not an easy play, but that was probably one that I think O'Rourke would like to have back. And it puts the opening runner in scoring position here with just one out. And like you said earlier, it's a team that can score some runs, so Braintree's got to be careful here to try and limit the damage. As the infield in at third on the grass, it's O'Rourke. I'll give you the defensive alignment in a moment. As Morelli delivers the pitch, and right at O'Rourke, who makes the play this time. Throw across, beautiful play, and there's two down here in the first inning. So the Braintree defense will go right from there with right across the diamond. O'Rourke, who just made the play at third base with Gorham at shortstop. The Braintree second baseman is Rucky, and the first baseman is Fitzgerald. Across the outfield, left to right, it'll be Jaron in left with the center fielder DiMartino and Albertine in right field, and the catcher is Cam Grieve. The off-speed pitch is in for a strike, and a lot of strikes being thrown here early from Morelli, which is a good sign, TJ.
Yeah, that is a good sign, especially when what we've seen so far, it's been a lot of right-handed batters, so you'd want to try to get it that the batter can't really get extended for that swing.
Ground ball back to O'Rourke, and O'Rourke bobbles for a moment and is ready to fire across in time. And O'Rourke busy in the first inning. Braintree allows a base hit, but nothing more here in the top half of the inning, and the Bats will get an opportunity in a scoreless game. Back here at Braintree High School, getting ready for the bottom half of the first inning in a scoreless game. And we'll see Gorham to bat to lead things off for the Braintree offense. Again, coming off of a loss in their last game to Walpole, first loss of the season. So we'll see how Braintree responds to some adversity here early in the season. Long week of games. This is the fourth game of the week. And Gorham will lead things off with a little intro music as well. As the first pitch is high and away from the left-handed starter here today. This will be Champney, the pitcher. Left-hander. And the pitch on the way. That's a strike down at the knees. You had mentioned it a little bit during break, TJ, that it's a difference in style. Braintree with a right-handed pitcher on the mound, and Plymouth North with a lefty out there. So it's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, I'd say definitely two different styles. Rather than if you're a righty facing a lineup like Braintree's that is very righty heavy, you certainly want to keep it more inside that the batter won't get extended. Rather than in this case you have a lefty on the mound, you want to have that the pitch motion, it starts high, but it gets to a point that it's either low, middle, or low and away.
Pitch is up and away, and Braintree in a position here to put the lead man on. Gorham trying to start up the offense. We'll see Gorham, Albertine, and Donovan here in the first inning. If anybody reaches, an opportunity for Jaron. Lefty ready with the pitch, and that missed upstairs, and Braintree will take the leadoff walk.
Braintree dugout already getting going. Certainly a lot of energy there.
This is new with the intro music for the Braintree players.
Yeah, this is certainly, I think, the first time that I've seen it. I've been to some Braintree games over the year. This is the first time I think I've seen.
And a bunt try here, and that made contact with the bat, I'm assuming, as trying to put the bunt down was Albertine. The pitch went high and in. As Braintree looking to play a little small ball early, trying to get the lead. Maybe a little bit early in the game for it, but Braintree obviously looking to get in front, playing with the lead. As Gorham leads over at first base, couple looks over with the left-hander, and another pitch up high, and this time taking the bunt back.
Yeah, this is one of those instances that if you're facing a lefty, you're in a lefty-lefty matchup. You kind of want to do the same thing that you'd be doing if you're facing a right-handed batter, but with a lefty, it's kind of different because if he's late, there's a chance he could drive that to the left side of the field.
So Braintree ready here for another bunt try as the pitch is upstairs. So Gorham still standing over at first base. We haven't seen a successful bunt put down yet, but Albertine still getting the signal to try and bunt. As the pitch on the way, that is call the ball on a close pitch.
Yeah, that was a good pitch by the Plymouth North pitcher. Tried to get the batter reaching, but that time didn't take it.
Short lead at first, and the pitch, and a big swing and a miss. He went after that one and strikes out. So the first out here of the inning. As Donovan will come up. Interesting song choice.
Interesting song choice indeed.
Then again, from 5 seconds of music, I don't think I can pick that song out.
Yeah.
Not gonna try either. So Donovan will get an opportunity here as the DH, and the pitch is inside. Spins it back off the plate. A lot of returning players here for Braintree, a lot of players as well from the Legion team from the summer baseball. As the lefty is ready, and Gorham takes off. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Throw is well high, and a stolen base for Gorham. As he'll take second base, Braintree with the runner in scoring position.
Plymouth North is probably happy that they had the shortstop as back as he did, because if he wasn't there, that was going to right field for sure.
So Donovan an opportunity here to give the first run of the game. Single here would put Braintree in front. As Gorham leads at second base now, a weak ground ball back to the mound. Looks him back, the throw in time, and there's two down here in the inning. So both teams have had to face a little adversity with runners in scoring position here in the first inning. And Donovan not able to move the runner over, which is a little frustrating in that spot, but he's still basically a single away from potentially scoring the game's first run. Bring up the cleanup hitter, Charon. As Champney ready with the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Big spot early in this game for Braintree. You'd certainly like to get the lead here at home, but welcome sign that they're seeing a lot of pitches, some good at-bats, a couple good swings. As the pitcher ready, and he missed well off the plate.
Yeah, pitching-wise, Braintree had a very quick inning last inning, so having Plymouth North's pitcher already throw more pitches than Braintree's, that is certainly a good sign if you're Braintree.
Stepping off the mound there, regrouping. Head coach O'Connell over at third base, giving out the instruction to his base runner as the pitch is outside again. Beautiful day for baseball though, a little windy, but temperatures in the mid-60s, beautiful conditions.
Yeah, the wind a little bit has settled down. It was really windy before first pitch.
Cut on and miss, big swing at that one there. It's probably gonna go off and on with the wind. I mean, you just always factor with the ball in the air, you always gotta be careful as an outfielder.
Yeah, we're also not that far from the lake, so certainly a couple factors to take into effect.
This one hit high up to right field. It's gonna play with the wind. continuing to travel backwards, but making the catch and ending the inning is the right fielder for Plymouth North. That is Hillman making the catch, and that does it here in the first inning. Braintree with the base runner, but did not score here in the first. Both sides with a base runner, and no score after one. We'll head to the second right after this. Back here at Braintree High School, top of the second inning, and it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Plymouth North here against Morelli, as Slauson will lead things off for the Eagles. Morelli got a handful of quick outs in the first inning, some hard hit balls, and this one slammed to deep right field. This one heading back towards the wall, and it's going to be up and over the wall, a home run to lead off the second inning. You can see right off the bat that ball was tagged, and no real surprise it carried over the fence, but a leadoff solo shot. And Plymouth North jumps in front here on the home run as Morelli gives it up on the first pitch. A lot of first pitch swings. Got a hold of that fastball and took it over the fence.
Yeah, the same thing happened last inning, that they got a hold of the first pitch. Though different result, this one just got a little bit too much of the plate.
So Morelli ready to deliver. He's gonna have to rebound from a home run. That's the first run of the game coming in. He goes right to the off-speed pitch, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot more off-speed pitches on the first pitch because they're jumping on the fastball.
Yeah, they're sitting heat right now, so definitely try to throw them off with the off-speed. That's foul tipped. Now it's a 1-1 count.
So a 1-0 lead here for the visitors, who have just jumped out in front on the home run by Slauson to lead things off. And now Hillman will get an opportunity. And the pitch, cut on a miss, good off-speed pitch. Adam waving at that pitch. Well, we know this game's going to have at least one run now at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a handful of runs here today. The ball jumping pretty well off the bat, a lot of good swings.
Yeah, I mean, we're only in the second inning, so there's definitely enough time to get more runs on the board for both sides.
Ground ball back to the mound, and a nice play made on the underhanded flip. And Braintree gets the first out here of the second. Both pitchers have had to make a play back to them here in the early part of this game. As this will bring up the pitcher, Champney. So the bases are clear with one out. Top of the second inning in a 1-0 game. Off-speed pitch just missed, down and away. Again, went with that first pitch, off-speed pitch, after a couple of at-bats with a fastball.
Yeah, I think that time they were sitting off-speed. First pitch, just took it. That was ball one, and now that was strike one, even count, 1-1.
Nice pitch on the outside corner by Morelli. Defense back for the most part for Braintree. Defense in the outfield pretty deep, especially in center field. As this one's cut on a miss, good off-speed pitch again.
Yeah, you want to be ahead of the batter, especially after a leadoff home run. So far, he's been recovering pretty good since the home run was given up.
Off-speed pitch, and he lost the grip and hit the batter. That's a tough spot there for Morelli, who was ahead in the count and lost the grip on the off-speed pitch and hits the batter right on the shoulder, who will now be taken out of the game for a pinch runner, courtesy runner for the pitcher. So we will now see a pinch runner over at first base with the runner on. 1 on, 1 down here in the top half of the second inning. Fitzgerald holds the base runner on. Braintree had a stolen base back in the first inning. We'll see if we see a stolen base try here by Plymouth North. Braintree hoping for a ground ball double play, shading up the middle as the pitch well upstairs. Last couple of releases from Morelli, whether it's the landing spot or not, have not been solid.
Yeah, there's a few that have gone low. One that hit the batter, and that one tried to climb the ladder, just went a little bit too high on that one.
Pitch on the way, and this one hit out towards the stands as this one ricochets.
That went right by us.
That one hit hard. Check on over at first, a pretty close play, and he's back safely. From time to time, you do get some balls in this direction, but that was probably one of the harder hit balls you'll see out in this direction.
Yeah, that was just a missile right towards us. Neither one of us were ready for that.
I didn't expect it to bounce this way. It hit the middle of the stands and then ricocheted our direction. Swing and a miss, the throw down to second, and the throw not in time, just a little bit high, and a stolen base.
Right now, both sides, one stolen bag each.
That was a pretty close play. Pretty good throw by Grieve, but he left it a little bit high. Another base runner in scoring position at second as Braintree tries to battle out of this inning. They've allowed the game's first run on the leadoff home run, and this one knocked back and out of play. 2 strikes on the hitter. Morelli could really use a strikeout here. He has not had one yet. One and 2 the count. Morelli with a couple looks over at the base runner at second, off-speed pitch, and he just spoils this one off, knocking it back and out of play. No real surprise, these two teams, very good programs, good baseball teams for a long time, and getting an opportunity to see each other head-to-head. Braintree with another non-conference game against Duxbury. That'll be early part of next week. And right back to it, he went around. That's going to be strike 3. Down on strikes he goes. No real complaint from the hitter, but certainly lost control of the head of the bat, and that'll be the second out here of the inning. So Quinn striking out there. And this will be now the number 9 hitter in the order. Righty ready, and a first pitch fastball outside corner for a strike. Base runner at second with 2 down. In a 1-0 game. Plymouth North with the only run to this point on a home run to lead things off in this inning. Straight away right field. Weak ground ball hit towards the Braintree dugout, foul.
Both pitches have been in really good spots because the first one, it was inside that even if it wasn't swung at, you really wouldn't have got a good extension, and then that one, the batter really didn't get a good extension on that.
So Braintree ahead of the hitter here. Morelli with a couple pitches to waste. We'll see if he goes right at him. And he's ready. And this one hit hard to first base side, but a foul ball down the right field line. That would have been extra bases and a run, but Braintree catching a break. That one caught a lot of the plate with 2 strikes.
Yeah, a little too much that Braintree would have wanted for, though the hit just wasn't straightened out.
So the base runner, the pinch base runner, over at second base with 2 outs. And Morelli getting ready with the baseball here. Ready for the deliver. And a ground ball hit back towards the mound. It's Morelli, he'll take it himself. Low throw, and it's fielded well by Fitzgerald, who keeps in contact with the bag. And nothing more for Plymouth North here in the inning, but they do get the game's first run on the leadoff home run to right field. And we have a 1-0 game in favor of the visitors after 1.5. Back here at Braintree High School, bottom of the second inning. Braintree down a run. And we'll see 5, 6, and 7 in the order as Grieve leads things off, takes the first pitch in for a strike.
Last part of the inning, for the most part, was clean for Braintree, except giving up that leadoff home run, and thus it's a 1-0 game now.
This one hit hard and out of play. We'll see if the wind factors in at all, pushing the ball outwards towards the fence. Certainly helped the home run, but I think that ball was hit pretty well off the bat regardless. But early in the season, you don't generally see balls fly out of this park very quickly. That was actually the deepest part of the field, too.
Yeah, you don't see the balls that are hit out of that part very often.
I believe it's around 360 out in that direction to right center.
Yeah, that barely got over, so if there was an estimated distance, I'd say that was probably like 365.
Yeah, it didn't clear it by much. I actually wasn't sure if it hit the fence at one point. As that's in there for strike three, as Grieve takes his hands out of the way, expecting that pitch to be inside, but takes the bad news and takes the strikeout. So DiMartino stands in there and takes the first pitch low for ball one. Pretty close pitch. Fitzgerald will bat next. The base is empty. See how Braintree battles back. And this one hit hard out to right field. That'll drop down. And a base hit here with one down. Took that one right where it was pitched on the outer half, and he went with it. That's a nice piece of hitting by DiMartino. So this will bring up Fitzgerald. Big boy up there. Fitzgerald, he plays first base. And the first pitch to him is there at the knees, a strike. See if Braintree puts DiMartino in motion over at first. We saw one stolen base for Braintree back in the first. Not moving, and well in front of that pitch, and it's cut on and missed.
I feel like if there's a chance that they would have gone, that might have been. Because now if it's 2 outs, then you're risking the chance of the inning being over.
And a big swing and a miss at that one. And very quickly, Fitzgerald is down on strikes, 2 strikeouts in the inning. As this brings up the second baseman, Rucky. First year on the team, actually transferred over from Archbishop Williams. Getting an opportunity to start here at second base and hitting in the 8th spot in the order, as the first pitch is a little bit high. So now 2 outs with a runner at first, and if DiMartino does have that speed, I would imagine he'd get an opportunity to run. Here he goes, first pitch, and he picked the perfect one to go. No opportunity as that ball was mishandled behind the plate. And now Braintree with the tying run over at second base. Again, if you joined late, a 1-0 lead for Plymouth North on the home run here in this inning. As that one's down and low and mishandled again, but no advance for the base runner. It's a 3-1 Plymouth North team versus Braintree here, 2-1 on the season. You can obviously see why Plymouth North scores a lot of runs. They get lots of good swings, a lot of contact, hard contact. As the pitch is a strike on the outer half, tough pitch.
I think they might have got just a little bit of the zone to get called a strike there.
Big spot here for Rucky, as this one's knocked out of play. Pretty nice swing there on that pitch. So a big 2-out opportunity for Braintree here to tie the score. Certainly not going to be many easy innings against these bats from Plymouth North. I've only seen them through the order one time, and they've really had some solid swings. As the lefty is ready with the pitch, and he finds it for a strike. And that'll do it here in the inning. He ends up striking out the side. And Braintree with another base runner, but could not score again. So they've left 2 on now through 2. And the only score on the home run at the top half of this inning. We'll head to the third, 1-0. Top half of the third inning in a 1-0 game. Plymouth North with the lead. As Morelli will be back out for another inning of work. And he will face the top of the order here for Ferruzzi. As this one's popped up, first pitch, and he will take it himself. And it will be the first baseman calling him off. Generally, the pitcher will play that, but probably is the better play for the first baseman. Generally, the pitchers don't go after those little pop-ups on the infield. I know that's more at the major league level, but every kid at this level pretty much fields the position. So Morelli could have taken it, but you definitely would have liked to have seen a little bit cleaner communication between the two there.
Yeah, plus that went over his head, so if it was the pitcher doing the pop fly, then that would have been possibly an infield single.
Another pop-up first pitch. This one's going to be a look for Grieve, and that ball's going to carry over the backstop. So another couple of quick pitches and another couple quick swings. They continue to go after the first pitch, which, if they're hitting well and they're getting good contact, it makes sense. But obviously, it can make for some very quick innings as well if you swing at all the first pitches. Doesn't drive up the pitcher's count either.
Yeah, the first inning, pitch count-wise, was pretty quick since Plymouth's strategy has just been swing the baseball. First pitch, all 3 innings, they have swung at. And 2 of them have resulted in an out, and then there's the one last inning that resulted in the home run that's made it a 1-0 game.
A lot of the times the first pitch may actually be the best pitch you'll see, as the off-speed pitch is outside. Every hitter just about wants to see a fastball, so if you do get a first pitch fastball, you're generally going to go after it. It's crazy that you think about it. The catchers talk with their pitching coach or coach, get the call from the dugout, and then they make the signal to the pitcher. As this one hit hard out to deep left field, it's going to be a few steps back, battling the sun, and the catch is made for out number 2.
You have 2 batters, 2 outs. 1-3 inning possibly could be happening depending on the result of this at bat.
Certainly be a welcome sight for Morelli after giving up the leadoff home run last inning. You hope your offense can start getting something going, though. Braintree hasn't had 2 base runners on in an inning yet. They've had 2 base runners left on through 2, but they've only seen a runner reach second base. That's the furthest we've seen a Braintree base runner. We've seen a couple stolen bases as well. As the righty is ready with it, and he missed a little bit high to the hitter McKenzie, who bats in the 3 spot, plays third base. Connor McKenzie. So Morelli is ready. And he missed low. Certainly don't want to walk anybody here with 2 outs, put a base runner on, but he's going to have to battle back from the count. With the bright sunshine here today, I believe they're putting the balls and strikes on that scoreboard, but it's very tough to read with the sun. As that's in there for a strike. Nice pitch. Didn't have the green light because that was about as good of a pitch as you'll see right down the middle.
Yeah, that's as good of a pitch you'll see, and that was staying right on the shoulders.
Obviously getting the sign from the coach over at third. Ready with the pitch, and a swing and a miss, but made contact with it. And that one may have made some contact with the Braintree catcher, Grieve, who's walking it off a little bit. A little sportsmanship shown here by the home plate umpire. Obviously noticing that made contact with the catcher, giving a little time to walk that one off.
And now we've gone from a 3-0 count to a full count. 3-2, 2 down in the inning.
Base is clear. Braintree looking for that 1-2-3 inning. Pitch on the way from Morelli, and he missed low. And that'll be a walk, able to draw the walk with 2 down. It'll be the first walk surrendered. Braintree drew a walk back in the first inning as well, but did not capitalize on it. So this will bring up the cleanup hitter. Riccoloni. As as Fitzgerald trying to keep him close. Decent lead over at first base, trying to tiptoe his way towards second. As the ball is stopped in the dirt, nice play by Grieve to keep it in front of him.
The Grieve really hasn't let anything by him thus far in the game.
Really
Keeping everything in front.
Really
All
need somebody
good.
behind you to be a backstop. Throw over to first base, another pretty close play, but he's back safely. You don't really think about that. The average viewer watching the game doesn't really think about how many potential bases or run a catcher can save in a game.
Yeah, that's something important. It's like you always got to have a catcher that's really good at fielding, can keep the ball in front. Because if there's one that goes by you, then that's another one bad. Could be just for one at bat, but over a game that adds up.
Another pickoff try there for Braintree. Base runner really wants to go, you can tell. Try and steal the bag here with 2 outs. Pitch, and this one drilled out to deep left field. Jaron going back, this one carrying, and this one is also a home run. A 2-out home run, and yet again you see a walk very costly here in the game. Coming with 2 outs and the second home run of this game. That ball got out of here in a hurry as well, as the visitors now take a 3-0 lead. Second homer of the game.
I was mentioning earlier that once Plymouth gets going, they could score a run in bunches. That time being a 2-run home run rather than a solo home run last inning. Right now, the momentum very firmly on Plymouth's side.
That was hit really well, and right off the bat, I had the feeling that ball had home run power, as the pitch is in for a strike. So the base is now empty, and that is a strike dropped in by Morelli, who's unfortunately given up 2 long flies here in this game, which have been the difference in the game. And the pitch, ground ball, middle of the infield. This is the second baseman. Take a bad hop and a low throw, and dug out nicely by Fitzgerald. Not a great play there at second, but a nice scoop at first by Fitzy. And that'll do it here in the top half of the inning. Another home run, a 2-run homer with 2 outs, makes it a 3-0 game, and Braintree down by 3. Bottom 3, Braintree now finding themselves down by 3 runs after the home run. And first pitch, and Morelli went after that. So strike 1 here to the hitter. It'll be 9-1-2 for Braintree, as Morelli, who is the pitcher, trying to help out his own cause, as he's late after that one, and very quickly 2 strikes. Again, Braintree's had a base runner in each of the first 2 innings, but have not scored a run yet. Trying to break through here in the third, as that one well high.
I tried to climb the ladder that time after really just going right at him the first 2 at-bats, trying to make it 0-2.
This one hit a mile high to right field, as this one heads towards the fence, and now it tails back into fair territory and drops down for a double. I talked about that wind factoring in. That ball blew back. It looked like it was certainly carrying foul.
Yeah,
and it just blew back.
It looked like it did. Then the last second, the wind came in and it just hooked to the left. And next thing you know, it drops right by the right fielder.
If Morelli was running even harder, maybe gets to third base there. I mean, obviously, anytime you hit a fly ball, you're probably not running that hard. You're expecting to be caught, but Braintree now will send a pinch runner in there over at second base, just like Plymouth North did for their pitcher earlier in this game. Courtesy runner, I guess they call it. So Braintree with an opportunity to get right back in this game. Down by 3 runs, they have the leadoff man on for the first time. That doesn't go down as an error, although obviously it was misplayed, but it never made contact with the glove somehow. So Gorham now gets a big spot here. He walked back in the first inning, and a chance here to get a little life on the Braintree bench with the base hit.
Yeah, plus you also have the walk-up songs too. There's certainly been some interesting ones when it comes to those, but overall for the game, it's pretty fun to see.
Gives a little bit of energy to the team, as well as I think the fans enjoy it too. As Gorham now ready for the pitch, it's cut on and missed. In my opinion, it looks like a pretty good selection of pitches here from the pitcher. Doesn't really have overpowering stuff, but a good location of the strike zone.
Yeah, plus a wide variety of pitches he could use on, for example, on that strikeout. He just climbed the ladder. The last pitch was a little bit low, and then that one just raised it for the eye levels a little bit, and the next thing you know, strikeout.
So Gorham with the strikeout. A little disappointing at bat there for the Braintree shortstop. As the pitch to Albertine is upstairs. Gotta give credit though, that was pretty good at bat, or pretty good job by the pitcher to go right after him. And he went upstairs, climbed the ladder. A lot of hitters have a trouble staying off that pitch. It's very tempting, but it's a very tough pitch to hit. Pitch drops in for a strike for Albertine, who struck out in his only plate appearance. So that's 5 strikeouts now for Champney. Again, he has had good location in the strike zone. He's just walked 1. But he's done enough to keep the Braintree hitters off balance. They've had base runners now in all 3 innings, but have yet to score to this point. Ready with the pitch, and that's a close pitch that goes the way of the pitcher on the outside corner.
Yeah, one thing I know, not only has he been going at the batter, but that pitch, he was looking at the batter and then also looking at the runner at second too, keeping an eye on him.
Pretty good lead over at second base for the pinch runner. This one hit hard, middle of the infield and through. That'll get down. The center fielder misplays it, and here comes the run as Albertine digs for second, and Braintree is on the board. So the defense really becoming an issue here in this inning for Plymouth North. That's 2 balls that have been mishandled. I don't think he would have thrown out the base runner anyway, but nonetheless, it gives an extra base to Albertine, who now is at second base instead of at first on a routine single up the middle. And Braintree right back in that game. You think back to that costly walk with 2 outs at the top half of this inning. Changed the whole game. You figure the 2-run homer, this is a 1-1 game. As this one right back to the mound, and it's a second out.
Also, one thing, the last at bat, not the one that was just the ground ball, but as the runner was on his way to second, I think the Plymouth North right fielder actually dove for the ball.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. So a 3-1 game. Braintree now with their cleanup hitter, Charon, who flew out to right field his only time. Runner at second with 2 down. Big insurance runner. Braintree hoping to get one across. They've made it a 3-1 game. Getting on the scoreboard. Really no surprise, as Braintree's had base runners in all 3 innings, so you would imagine that at some point they would break through, which they have here, thanks in part to a couple of defensive miscues. As the pitch missed outside. Another hit here would make this a really brand new ball game at a 1-run game.
Yeah, momentum was on Plymouth North's side entering the inning, though. Another hit, and then you're right back to even.
Pitch is a little bit high, as Champney wants the call, but didn't get it from the home plate umpire. So bottom of the 3rd inning, Braintree down 3-1, but a runner at second base with 2 outs. Albertine stands there with an excellent lead, and the pitch again is high. If Charon can get on, Grieve will get a chance. I wonder if Braintree's starting to figure things out a little bit more. They've had a much more patient approach here in this inning. Start and stop from the base runner. That one missed wildly, and he's now walked 1. So that's the second free pass surrendered by the pitcher, and Braintree in business here with 2 on and 2 down. Tying runs now aboard at first and second. As Braintree looking to get something with 2 outs. That's where Plymouth North struck back in the top half of this inning with the 2-run homer, came with 2 outs. And another courtesy runner for Braintree. Coming to run for Charon. Braintree getting some speed on the bases here. In a close game, 2-run game here in the bottom half of the third. Long way to go here today, but tight game. Could be a difference of a run. A lot of close games in Division I baseball as the pitch is inside. So Grieve, who struck out in his only plate appearance, looking for a much better at bat here. Both base runners lead. The throw over to first. He threw it away. And another mistake made here as the base runner will round third and score as Carney will head to third base, and things have come unglued by the defense here in the inning. That's 3 errors already made in the inning.
Yeah, first baseman was not ready for the ball to come his way there.
I don't know why you would do that. It wasn't even close to the bag. No matter, even if that was an accurate throw, the play would never have worked. Really questionable decision there.
Especially when the first baseman was already behind.
So Braintree, aided by now 3 mistakes by the defense, have fought back to make it a 3-2 game. The tying run just 90 feet away. And the pitch to Grieve is inside, nearly hit him. So after we had seen some pretty good baseball being played, some mistakes being made here in this inning have really opened the door for Braintree to get right back in it. And he went after that pitch. That's a strike.
Yeah, and there's only 1 out in the inning too. So realistically, a fly ball to right or left field, and we have a tie game.
2 outs. 2 outs.
Oh, wait, 2 outs.
Pitch on the way, and that one just missed off the plate. So Braintree potentially a hit away from tying this one up. And the pitch is on the inside corners. Grieve again, pretty similar to his first at bat where he took the hands out of the way and got the bad news again. A called strike on the inner part. He's pretty close to being right on top of that plate from our looks here. This one hit weakly towards first base. Nothing's been routine here in the inning, and that will end the inning. So a couple of defensive mistakes give Braintree a couple runs, and they're right back in it as we head to the 4th in a 3-2 game. Top half of the 4th inning, brand new ball game. It's a 3-2 game now as Braintree able to push across a couple runs in the bottom half of the 3rd. And Morelli back out there, some double barrel action going on in the Braintree bullpen. As the off-speed pitch dropped in beautifully for a strike to the number 6 hitter Hillman. 6, 7, and 8 for Plymouth North here in the inning. As the Braintree defense back with the exception at 3rd, right even with the bag. As the righty again, another off-speed pitch and another one looking for a strike.
Plymouth North also had another lefty just stretching during the inning break as well, number 14.
Righty ready on the 0-2 pitch. The fastball this time, and he missed off the plate down and away. So the wind factoring in big time last inning. It has gone in spurts of gusts, but right now on the quieter side as this one hit very well to deep left field, but well foul.
Almost had home run distance, but not in the right direction for Plymouth North.
Another 2-strike hit there, caught a lot of the plate. Pitch on the way from Morelli, and down he goes on strikes. Perfect pitch. And believe it or not, that was the 2nd strikeout for Morelli. First one looking. Momentum obviously now has changed in this game onto the Braintree side. It looked like it was going to be all on Plymouth North side after that 2-run homer with 2 outs, but Braintree getting it back in the direction, and they're hoping for a quick inning here in the 4th to keep those bats ready and get the energy going again. This will be the pitcher again, Champney. Well, you did mention that we saw somebody throwing. Wasn't necessarily looking like he was ready to come into the game, but I think the leash could potentially be short on the pitcher moving forward.
Especially after last inning.
Wasn't even necessarily all his fault, though. A couple of defensive mistakes. But that's baseball. I mean, you got to see mistakes. Errors are a big part of the game. So are home runs, which they've had 2 of, so
Yeah, they've
it
had
works both
2
ways.
home runs. All their runs so far came off homers.
Pitch on the way from Morelli. Oh, nice pitch, and he's down on strikes. It's a little taste of his own medicine, an off-speed pitch as the pitcher sees a good one from Morelli.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Braintree batters on an off-speed look, and in that case, he was on the other end of it.
So it seems like as this ball game has gone along, Morelli has gotten stronger, but I don't think he'll have too long of a leash, knowing that he did pitch at one point earlier in the part of the week. He didn't pitch much, but obviously you don't want to overdo it early part of the season. It's a long season, and Braintree with, again, 2 pitchers up and throwing. This might be the final inning for him, although he has gotten the first 2 here of this 4th inning. Fastball right back to foul territory over the backstop. So the defense back all the way around as Braintree looking to enjoy a 1-2-3 inning for the first time here in this game. Six, 7, and 8 due up for Braintree in the bottom half as the pitch is down. 3-2 game. Plymouth North with the 1-run lead here at Braintree High School. The Wamps trail by a run. Trying to get back in the win column after a 1-run loss to Walpole. I believe the score was 5-4. It was either 5-4 or 6-5. I know it was a 1-run game.
Yeah, it was 5-4.
Pitch on the way. This one hit out towards left center. That's going to drop down. And a 2-out single. So Quinn able to get a base hit here with 2 outs. Getting things started. We know that there are no easy outs in this order. And we saw that last inning, it was a walk with 2 outs that ended up proving costly. Then the home run followed. So we'll see what happens this time after a 2-out base hit. So that number 9 hitter will hit here. As Fitzgerald trying to keep him close at first base. First pitch, this one drilled to second and caught. Nice play, taking away a base hit up the middle as the Braintree defense with another nice play. And that took away certainly at least 1 base, maybe a couple. And that changes momentum again as Braintree will bat in a 1-run deficit, down 3-2. Bottom of the 4th inning. Braintree down a run. And the first pitch is down, 4-1. Mike Wassel and TJ Chamberlain here for BCAM TV in the 1-run game. As Braintree and Plymouth North in a good one here at Braintree High School. Expected a good one before this game started. On paper, this is a good matchup. And the pitch is in there for a strike. DiMartino didn't like the call. He singled to right field his first time.
Though at this point entering last inning, it was a much different game.
Very quickly changes the perspective of this inning. Another leadoff man on. This is a hit batter. Well, that helps.
That certainly helps Braintree. Last inning, finally, something went their way. They got 2 and made it a 3-2 game. It was 3-0 entering the bottom of the 3rd. And now bottom 4, down 1, you very easily could tie this game up.
First pitch, and Fitzgerald to right field. That's a base hit, and that should bring the runner over to 3rd as DiMartino rounds 2nd. He'll get to 3rd, no problem. And Braintree in business again here in the 4th inning. They have not gone away, and this is the 4th straight inning they've had a base runner. And they have the tying run now just 90 feet away. Braintree's battled back, like you said, from a 3-0 deficit to make it 3-2. And this puts Braintree in a good spot here. You can do a lot of different things here with runners at the corners.
Got ducks on a pond, no outs in the inning. So even if this does end up being a double play, you get the runner from 3rd and you get a tie game.
Could also try a suicide squeeze here. It's a good spot for it with 2 runners on. First pitch and a pop-up to the first base side. He's not going to get there. It's going to fall down harmlessly. And Braintree fortunate there. That ball hung up in a while in the air. as Rucky will bat. He struck out looking in his only plate appearance, but right now Braintree looking to bring home the tying run here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I also think that ball, when it was in the air, maybe got a little bit more wind and thus the extra distance, and it went over the first baseman's head.
So the catcher coming out to have some words with his starter, who has gone a little bit wild here in the inning. Hit the opening batter. That really hurt because Braintree was down in that count at the time, and then DiMartino was hitting the back. So Braintree with runners at the corners, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning as the pitch is popped up and out of play. And now 2 strikes on Rucky. Certainly do not want to strike out here, but you also don't want to hit into a double play either. And the pitch, that one nearly got to the backstop. That was almost all the way to the screen. Fitzgerald leading at first, he just singled. And the pitch, and that one cued foul. So Braintree with the tying run at 3rd, the go-ahead run standing at first base here in the 4th inning. Again, the leadoff hit batter, and then the single by Fitzgerald puts him at the corners. 2-strike pitch, and that went into left field to tie the game. On the base hit by Rucky, as Braintree's first 3 hitters have reached here in the inning. And a nice feeling there for Rucky, who made an excellent play to end the inning in the top half on the backhanded stab on the ball heading up the middle. Defense has been on Braintree's side here in this game. And now the infield coming in, expecting a bunt here. So Braintree with a chance to bunt potentially and bring the runners to 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, as Morelli bunts it and does not drop it down well. That carried over towards the dugout for strike 1. So Braintree, who trailed at one point here in this game 3-0, have now tied the score at 3 here in the 4th inning, and a good chance to take the lead with 2 on and nobody out.
They just got the signal from the 3rd base coach.
See if Morelli tries to bunt again, and he is. This is a much better bunt. The pitcher is going to mishandle. Here's the throw to first, and it's in time. He just got him. Almost threw that one away. Well, Plymouth North's bats have been excellent, but the defense here in this game has been very shaky, in my opinion. They've allowed Braintree right back in this game because of bad defense, and they almost got costed again. I wonder what they'll do here with Gorham coming up. Do you wonder if they might potentially try and walk him and open up the double play opportunity, open up the force out at any base? But they did strike him out last time too, so this is what a coach has got to decide on.
Yeah, right now I think it's pretty safe to say both sides are going to be seeing new pitchers on the bump when we get to the 5th.
So this will bring up Gorham. 2nd time in a row he's come up in a big spot. Last time he struck out. Let's see what he does here. 3-3 game with runners at 2nd and 3rd and just the 1 out. Braintree with an opportunity to go ahead. And the pitch, this one knocked up and towards the dugout. Long play, and that's going to hit the top of the dugout.
Bounce off the top, and a fan right near us actually making a pretty good barehanded catch.
So Champney here in a tough spot, potentially allowing the Braintree bats to take the lead. We'll see what Gorham can do. And he takes that pitch high. Gorham's got to start to get some line drive on the ball. He's popped up a couple balls.
Yeah, certainly need some distance on those. You can't just have the distance vertically. You want it.
Oh, that's a nice
like
piece
that.
of hitting. That's right at the left fielder. He makes the catch. And here comes the go-ahead run. What a nice play in the outfield, though. That saved at least two runs there. And that'll go down as a sac fly as Braintree takes the lead 4-3, but that really changes this game. A big catch in the outfield. The defense coming through with a big play this time.
Yeah, that also was a risky play because if that gets by him.
Oh, that's at least a triple and 2 runs.
Yes.
So Braintree has now taken the lead 4-3. We'll see what Albertine can do here. First pitch swinging and a foul ball of first. 2 runs here in the inning. Braintree scored twice in the third, twice here in the fourth to take a 4-3 lead. They're not done yet here in the inning. Again, Braintree battled back from a 3-0 deficit to take the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Albertine, who has an RBI single in his belt and a strikeout, he's 1 for 2. Lefty ready, and that one nearly gets to the backstop. I think he's running out of gas here. Seeing at least 3 or 4 balls thrown in this inning that have almost gotten over the head of the catcher. He hit one too. You got to remember that. That started the inning.
Well, that's really what got the rally for this inning started, getting that lead runner on. And now here we are, Braintree lead that we wouldn't have thought of 2 innings ago when it was 3-0, 4 runs in the last 2 innings.
That pitch was low too, just below the knees, and Braintree with a chance here with 2 outs to add another run on the board. As this one's knocked out of play, slashed off to the left. So Gorham does give Braintree the lead with the go-ahead sacrifice fly, but he obviously wanted more. But that was probably his best swing of the game. I was talking about really putting a solid piece of contact on the bat like that, and that was exactly what he did. He hit the ball right in the screws, but the left fielder had to make an extremely good catch, as this one is laced to left field and foul.
Yep, the wind in that case just kept hooking it to the left.
There's not a ton of foul territory here at Braintree High, but as a left fielder, trying to make a play that far away, it's probably not going to work. So the runner leading at second base, and Albertine smacks this one to deep left field. That's going to be trouble, and it's tracked down. 2 big plays in the outfield. The left fielder with 2 nice plays to end the inning. That one had extra bases written on it, and the defense for the Eagles this time comes through with a couple of big plays to save what could have been a bigger inning. And Braintree does take the lead here in the 4th. They lead 4-3 as we head to the 5th. Top half of the 5th inning, and a little bit of a surprise to see Morelli back out there, although he obviously did have a good inning in the 4th, but we'll see how long he will go here in the 5th inning, as the first pitch is in there for strike 1.
Yeah, like you were saying during the break when we saw him out there, that realistically you think that if anyone gets on base, that might be it for him. I mean, they had 2 people warming up the last inning. Now they have 1 warming up now.
Nice pitch again. That was a strike called on the outside corner. This is the top of the order, 3rd time through. And in a 4-3 game, Braintree's Morelli trying to continue to keep this game going in Braintree's favor as he missed outside. Both benches have really gotten into this game. You can see that emotions have really risen. I think obviously Braintree was down a little bit early with a couple home runs, but once they got back in it, they took the lead, they were chirping, and now it's going back the other way, right?
Yeah.
Typical high school baseball. As the pitch is a little bit high, and the count will continue.
Yeah, wind picking up again too.
So the last thing you want to do if you're Braintree after taking the lead is walk the leadoff man. As Morelli back to the rubber. As Braintree still having somebody throwing. Oh, he went after a pitch downstairs. That's a bad pitch to go after. And strike 3 as they throw him out. certainly swung at ball 4. And a big first out. So this will bring up the 2-hitter McKay, who has reached on an error and flied out. Braintree with the defense back all the way around. First pitch, that's down there at the knees, and a strike.
I'm just snuck into the zone there.
I believe it was McKay who was up when the ball was really hit hard towards the stands, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think he was that, or that sent one.
It was definitely a right-handed hitter.
Yeah, it certainly was that he was a little bit late, and it was fouled off of right near where we were, that it bounced right by us.
That was one of the more dangerous line drives you'll see off towards the stands, as that one missed a little bit low. Well, Braintree's got the lead for the first time here today, trying to hold on to it here in the 5th inning. Looks like we'll have a new pitcher for Plymouth North in the bottom half of this inning, as Morelli has missed. He's got to throw some strikes here. I know it's tough. The end of your outing, as he nears the end of his outing, to continue to pound the zone, but certainly do not want to walk a hitter.
Especially now with the Plymouth North dugout going. I'll say what I expect is when Braintree's up, Braintree's dugout is certainly going to remember that.
Yeah. That'll be a walk here with 1 out, and no movement from head coach O'Connell yet to make the call to pull the pitcher, which I'm a little surprised by. I thought once somebody reached, that would be it, because this is the part of the order. You're getting close to the middle of the order now, and you got some big bats. They have 2 home runs in this game, and they've both come off of Morelli, obviously, so something to think about. As Fitzgerald will hold the runner on at first base, and the pitch is outside. Braintree giving out some instruction in case of a stolen base try. Morelli winds and fires. That is a strike. Wind picking up a bit. So a runner at first with 1 down here in the top half of the 5th inning in a 4-3 lead for Braintree. And this one popped up a mile high and out of play. So 2 strikes on the hitter. Braintree's defense shaded up the middle, hoping for a ground ball double play. Here for McKenzie, who was grounded out and walked, as the runner leads at first base. Morelli ready with the pitch, and that's ball. The throw to second is going to be in time, and he's out at second. Down he goes. Beautiful throw from Grieve, and a base runner caught stealing. Nice little sound effect there after the caught stealing. That ball had the base runner by at least 2 steps, and then it was a question of, was the tag going to be there in time, which it was, right on the outstretched hand. He tried to slide to the outer part of the bag. Got to give credit to the base runner. Tried to make that. Oh, what a pitch!
Oh,
down he goes. And strike 3, a much different inning than Plymouth North anticipated after a runner got on. A stolen base and then a pitch later, strike 3. And Braintree will lead by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom 5, Braintree with a 4-3 lead. First pitch is in for a strike to Donovan. And this is still the same pitcher, Champney, who's returned to this game. I'm surprised we did not see another starting pitcher or reliever in here, as that is strike 2 to Donovan, who has grounded out twice, and both times right back to the mound. So hoping to change that here in this inning. As this one is hit out towards the outfield, has already changed his approach. This one to left, and this one will be caught. And he's 0 for 3 from the 3 spot. So this will bring up actually a new hitter. We saw a substitution for Charon. This is going to be Carney to hit. Obviously anticipating this a close game. Under normal circumstances, I'm assuming Carney would not hit in a middle of the order in the 4 spot, but right now that's where he'll bat moving forward unless he's taken out for any other reason, as the pitch is upstairs. So a big spot here for Braintree to add on. They've had a base runner in every inning so far to this point, the first 4 innings, as he's ready with the pitch, and this one's spoiled out of play.
Yeah, the first 2 innings, they got a base runner that they couldn't get home, and then the last 2 innings, it has really been the opposite.
As the pitch stays up high. So Tim Carney with an opportunity here for Braintree, and this one hit hard and through into left field. Right past the dive of the shortstop, and Carney aboard.
And then there's another inning, another base runner. As now here's Grieve, as I believe that's going to be it for the Plymouth North pitcher.
Well, I was surprised to see him start the inning, to be honest with you, but he certainly still does have good stuff left, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I necessarily 100% disagree with the decision, but the fact that Braintree's already scored 4 runs, they're starting to get some good swings, he's tiring. Maybe the bullpens, maybe they don't have a ton of arms left, but
Yeah.
I don't really understand the decision this early in the season, in my opinion.
Yeah, this early.
I could see if this is like, late in the season, you need to win the game, or you're in a playoff type game, you keep them in, but this is not the time, in my opinion, to stretch it out.
Yeah, we saw it last inning too. It definitely looked like he was running on fumes.
Fly ball to right field, and losing the hat in the process, making the catch. And heading back to first is Carney. So Grieve now 0 for 3. And this will bring up DiMartino, who's been on base twice. He's singled and been hit by a pitch. And Braintree, I don't guarantee that they're going to have to give an opportunity here for Carney to try and steal now with 2 outs. You got to give your base runner a chance here to steal. And they had him leaning, but he's back safely. I think everybody knows that he wants to go here with 2 outs. Makes sense. Although DiMartino obviously has been swinging a good bat here in this game. Carney not with much of a lead this time, as the pitch is inside. So playing here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Non-conference game, Braintree and Plymouth North. And Braintree with a runner at first base with 2 outs, as the pitch is off the plate. Fitzgerald will be up next. He had a big at-bat last time. And the pitch. And this time a called strike, pretty close to the same pitch from a pitch ago, but this time called a strike. So Carney really hasn't gotten a big lead after they threw over to him the last time, because he was caught leaning the wrong way. The pitcher this time will deliver, and this one high to DiMartino. Braintree with a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th, trying to add a base runner or score another run. As the pitch on the way, this one hit middle of the infield, tough hop on the shortstop. The play to second, and it's just in time, and they get him. As Braintree thought maybe they had gotten there in time, and Plymouth North gets a big call here. That was a certainly very close play. Once it was bobbled, you knew it was going to be close, but they get the call, and that'll end the inning on the underhanded flip. We head to the 6th inning in a 4-3 game. Top half of the 6th inning here at Braintree High School, a 4-3 game, and Braintree has gone into the bullpen. This will be Curtis in relief. He's been Braintree's closer the first handful of games here this season, and the first pitch is a little bit high for ball number 1. And it will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Plymouth North here in the inning, As the pitch on the way, just knocked foul, hit well.
And so right now, this would be a 2-inning save opportunity.
Yep. This is Vercoloni, who did hit a home run earlier. And this one hit hard to deep center field, right at the center fielder, though, who makes the catch. So Braintree fortunate there. That ball was hit about as hard as he can hit it. I can understand being frustrated by that if that was a really hard hit ball.
Yeah, if he hit it a little bit softer, that might have got down just right before it got to the center fielder.
He hit a 2-run homer to left field last time, but retired. Big out by Curtis. And a nice pitch on the outer half for strike one. If Curtis could get Braintree to the bottom half of this inning with a 1-run lead, you'd love to add some insurance. You're probably going to get into the bullpen as well for Plymouth North. I cannot imagine seeing Champney come back for the bottom of the 6th inning.
Oh yeah, I doubt that.
Already seen multiple times pitchers warming, and he's already been visited to the mound multiple times during this outing, as this one is cued just foul by the hitter Slauson, who hit a home run back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, the Braintree, they want a quick 6th inning in this half, because if you have your closer throw as little pitches as possible, that's always good.
This one hit hard to right field but foul. So Curtis has 2 strikes on the hitter. Nobody on and the 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. It's been a really good game from the start. Plymouth North led most of the way through the first 4 innings before Braintree took the lead. And the defense, really the difference in this game, in my opinion, some shaky defense played by Plymouth North opened the door for Braintree, and then a couple of big hits later in the inning as that swung on and missed, and down he goes on strikes as Curtis has 2 outs here in the 6th. One of the better pitches here of the outing by either pitcher, as he got him going after that one down and away. So this will be Hillman here batting for the 3rd time. He's struck out and grounded back to the mound. He's 0 for 2. First pitch right there and inside apparently. And the pitch, this one hit to second base and through into right field. A 2-out base hit.
And it's just right that it went in between both the first and second baseman. That even if either one dove for it, that was already by him.
Yeah, that was through in a hurry. Good piece of hitting. And it brings up now Champney, who was hit by a pitch his first at bat and then struck out looking. So base runner at first with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Braintree holding on to a 1-run lead. And the pitch, a weak ground ball to first and foul. So Braintree looking to get to the bottom half of this inning to hold on to this lead, but Plymouth North not making it go easy. It's a really good team. And that's in there for a strike. Good pitch. So Curtis now a pitch away from potentially getting out of this inning and keeping Braintree in front. Again, Curtis has been deemed the Braintree closer here in the early part of the season. As Curtis winds and fires, this one hit towards second base on a couple of hops, and the play made at first to end it here in the inning. So Braintree getting the outs from Curtis they needed, and they will hold the 1-run lead. To the bottom of the 6th we go here at Braintree High School. Bottom half of the 6th inning here at Braintree High School. Still a 1-run game. 4-3 the lead for Braintree here at home. As Fitzgerald will lead things off, 7, 8, 9 in the Braintree order. And it is a reliever into the game for Plymouth North. So this looks like Brown coming out of the bullpen. And the pitch, and that one is going to be ball 2. So Braintree very quickly ahead in the count. And if you are the Wamps, you want to get the leadoff man on, and then you're probably going to play some small ball, try and get a second run across, take a 2-run lead. And now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-0 count.
Yeah, right now the goal for Braintree this inning is you want as much insurance as possible. You come into this with a 1-run lead, you have your closer in.
And he missed badly on 4 pitches as Braintree with the leadoff man on. So that was about as good of a situation as you can ask for if you're Braintree. 4 pitches and a walk. And now, if I don't see a bunt here, I'd be very shocked.
Yeah, I'd be surprised too. You want to try to advance the runner, but also avoid the double play situation.
Although Rucky did have a nice hit last time to right center field. Fitzgerald not with a big lead over at first base. And he is squaring down. He takes the ball back as the pitch is high. Another bat back, and we'll see how things shake out here. Braintree did get the bunt down last time with Morelli. It took a couple tries, but they did get the bunt down and got the sacrifice. It's another opportunity for a sacrifice as he gets it down. Perfect bunt right in front of the plate. Here's the throw to first, and it's in time. The ball was bobbled for a moment. And Braintree does the job there, bringing the runner over to second base for Morelli. So Rucky with a base hit and the sacrifice. Pretty good day at the plate there. And those are the kind of plays that win you lots of respect within the team, between the coaching staff and your teammates, to get down a sacrifice bunt in a big spot. Whether Braintree scores or not, I mean, you did your job. It's not as easy as it looks. So you see a lot of kids get up there and they can't get the bunt down, and then they end up striking out, and it's like, you know, you had the bunt try and you had multiple chances and you couldn't get it done. But it's like, it happens more often than you think.
Yeah, that one, it fell right where it needed to be. It didn't go by the line. It was right by the grass, and perfectly fair play. You get the runner to second. That was a perfect bunt laid down there.
Braintree goes to the bench here for a pinch runner over at second base. Not really surprised. Getting a quicker runner in there for Fitzgerald. Braintree's had multiple courtesy runners, but I believe Fitzgerald will have to come out and he can't play first base if that is the case. As the pitch on the way to Morelli is called a strike on the outside corner. That looked like a little bit outside, but they get the call on the outside corner. It's a big spot here in the game. Braintree with a 1-run lead, runner at second, 1 out, and the lefty ready, and that's by him on a strike.
Yeah, that went right by him.
So Morelli really needs to put this ball in play, give your team a chance. Morelli here in the game has a double. And that went off the plate. Fans not happy with that, but that was well outside. Good lead over at second base for Braintree, trying to get another base runner score here with a clutch hit. So Morelli, who did lay down that sacrifice last time, batting here. A double and a sacrifice. And this one hit hard to left field. That's a fair ball. That's going to score a run. It does. Fair ball down the line. As Morelli tags first, he'll stop there. And Braintree with a huge insurance run here in the 6th. And Morelli cashes in with 2 strikes.
Yeah, he definitely could have got the second with the ball going by, but you don't want to risk anything. So that was safe, just having him stay at first.
And now they bring on the song for Gorham, Dame La Gasolina. Pitch on the way to Gorham, who hasn't specifically had a great day at the plate, but that could all change here with 1 swing. He did have that sacrifice fly, which right now is the difference in the game.
I was about to say, he did have that sac fly last at bat.
Oh, this is a nice piece of hit. This one going to deep left field. Back it goes, and it hops up off the fence. Gorham digging for 2 as Morelli rounds third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be a close play, and it's off the line, and the run will score. And just like that, Morelli scores from first base on the RBI double from Gorham, who does cash in.
Well, that was right on cue, wasn't it, Mike?
Sometimes the reverse jinx is there. Second RBI of the game for Gorham, who comes through in a big moment, and Braintree's opened this one up. 3-run lead. All these runs scored after Plymouth North took the 3-0 lead. They've scored the last 6 runs here today.
6 unanswered since the 4th.
This is a very tough team. Both Braintree and Plymouth North could see each other at some point later in this season, but this is a very good early season measuring stick game for both sides. I know Braintree has the lead right now, but they did battle back, and this is a good team. They hit 2 home runs. It's not an easy team. And that one hit him. That was a wild pitch that stung right in the back of Albertine, and things coming unglued again here for the pitching staff. Second batter that's been hit here today by the pitching for Plymouth North. Braintree's hit one as well. Are we going to see a pitching change here?
I think it might be. And also, says I have no idea if the camera picked it up, but on his way to first, Albertine was saying something to the Plymouth North dugout.
Well, I'm sure he wanted to let them know that that didn't hurt very much.
Yeah.
And he took his way down to first base, and we are going to see a pitching change here. That was a quick hook. So we will take a brief break here in the action as Braintree scored 2 more runs here in the 6th inning, and they're not done yet. As we have the pitching change, we'll be back for the bottom of the 6th remaining right after this. Play resuming here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on and 1 out. And the pitch, that's down and in. So Braintree with the spot here, trying to blow this one wide open. With a 3-run lead here with 6-3 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Braintree's battled back from a 3-0 deficit, scoring the last 6 runs. As the pitch on the way is hit towards the right side of the infield. That'll get both runners over. The throw is to second. It's not in time. Oh, wow. That is a very close play over a second. I'm very surprised they went that way.
Just barely got him.
Thought for sure both base runners were going to get to second and third. That was going to be just thrown to first, but he went there and got the close call. A couple of close ones over at second base have gone Plymouth North's way. Look to me, that was very close to being a tie goes to the runner situation there. And they're now at the corners here for Braintree. This will bring up Carney. He singled last time. As that one's down in the dirt, Braintree thought about stealing there, but didn't go. So Gorham, who had a big hit just a few moments ago on a double to left center field, stands at third base with Donovan over at first, as the runner will go. No throw through, of course. So now 2 base runners in scoring position here for Braintree. A base hit would score a couple more and make this one an 8-3 game. Again, Carney pinch hit for Charon at one point, and the pitch on the way is spoiled off. So bottom of the 6th, Braintree did do what you had said, adding any insurance. They've scored twice, and it gives Curtis certainly some wiggle room with a 3-run lead, and Braintree still batting here in the inning. As this one inside to Carney. So Carney in the driver's seat now on a 3-1 count. We'll see if he has the green light or not. Generally going to see a fastball on a 3-1 count. Grieve, who's 0 for 3 on deck. And the pitch is there for a strike. He didn't have the green light because that was a pretty good pitch to hit. And he got a fastball too, which obviously is what you're expecting on a 3-1. So full count. The runners will go. Braintree with a 6-3 lead. 2 on, 2 down. The pitch, and this one to right field and through. A base hit by Carney. As the runners will come around and both will score, and Braintree's blown it open. An 8-3 lead. As Carney with 2 hits, pinch hitting. And Braintree with 8 unanswered in this game, and now lead by 5. And now we'll see if Grieve can get it going. He's 0 for 3. Certainly like to see him get something started. That's impressive for Kearney off the bench to come in and bat not only in the order cold, he's batting in the cleanup spot. So you're obviously expecting the cleanup spot in the order to produce, and he did.
Yeah,
Twice.
2 RBIs. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. As the runner will go, the throw is high, the tag is not in time. Another stolen base. Both sides have stolen a handful of bases. Braintree did throw out 1 base runner for Plymouth North. And Braintree with a 5-run lead, another base runner at second base. Here with now 2 outs as the pitch is high. This is the 8th hitter of the inning for Braintree. They've scored a couple of times to open this up. And this one hit off the end of the bat over to the left field. Lazy fly as it continues to drag towards center field, and the catch is made. And Braintree with a comfortable lead now. They lead by 5 as we head to the 7th, and Curtis looking for the final 3 outs here today. Back here at Braintree High School, top of the 7th inning. 8-3 lead for the Wamps here at home. As Curtis in for the final 3 outs. And the first pitch is down and away. So this will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Plymouth North in the inning.
If he was already in for a 2-inning save, and since he was, and when it was 4-3, he is going to get the save with the extra insurance given last inning.
Yeah, it was a safe situation when he entered. As the pitch on the way, nice pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch. So that right now, the difference in this game was Braintree playing a solid game defensively. The difference here today is certainly factored in. A couple of miscues opened the door for Braintree to get back in the game, and then the long fly was what got it started for Plymouth North, but they haven't had really any big hits since the 3rd inning. As this one's cut on and missed, and down on strikes he goes. First out here of the 7th. So Curtis has looked good so far out of the bullpen. He's gotten 4 outs. Like you said, he came in for a 2-inning save. And he's looking relaxed out there as he's ready with the pitch. First pitch is a little bit high for ball 1. So Braintree looking to sew up their 3rd win of the season. As that's cut on and missed, another good fastball from Curtis. So Braintree bouncing back from a tough loss to Walpole just a couple games ago, or a couple days ago. Braintree's first loss of the season in that game, and they're looking to get back in the win column here today, which it looks like they'll do with 2 more outs to get. But this is a very tough schedule for Braintree. They play lots of good teams. You really can't afford tons of losses if you want to draw one of the better seeds in the playoffs. Obviously, that's the expectation at the end of the season, to make the playoffs and have one of the top seeds. And if I do remember correctly, I believe they are going to go back to the Super 8 tournament, which they've done many years. So your goal now is to be one of the top 8 teams in the state. And in for strike 3, down he goes, and 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th. Hitter did not like the call, but with 2 strikes, you certainly have to swing the bat down by 5. And now Braintree will see the top of the order for the 4th time. This will be the 4th time through for the Eagles. Final potential hitter of this game is Curtis, just pounding strikes into the zone.
Yeah, Braintree has both the infield and outfield more back.
So Ferruzzi here in this game had been retired in all 3 plate appearances. He's flied out, knocked back to the mound, and then has struck out. So he's 0 for 3 from the top of the order. Hasn't really been able to get their offense started from the leadoff spot. as Curtis winds and fires and delivers another strike. And the hitter's frustrated right now, but you're down 5. It's not the umpire's fault. Got to swing the bat.
Now the Braintree crowd getting loud.
Curtis looking for the final strike of the game, and this one hit him in the foot, and that'll take a base as he swings that bat towards the dugout in disgust. I'm sure with the umpire more so than getting hit by that pitch. So he will be on base for the first time now. So Fitzgerald holding the runner on. I'm surprised Braintree's holding the base runner on with a 5-run lead. And this one right back to the mound as Curtis somehow stops it and flips to the bag to end the ball game. I don't know where that hit Curtis, but that was a dangerous ball right back at him as he slowed it down and made the underhanded flip to end this ball game. Curtis with a 2-inning save as Braintree battles back from a 3-0 deficit to win this one 8-3. Very impressive win here today for Braintree to move to 3-1, TJ. And you think about, I've talked about many times, the difference in this game was the defense. Braintree's defense was solid, maybe even better than solid in this game, and obviously Plymouth North with too many mistakes in that one inning opened the door for Braintree to come back.
Yeah, and especially after the 4th inning, after bottom 4, it was a changed game. At the start of it, it was 3-0. The next thing you know, it was a 2-run game, and the next thing we know now, Braintree ends up winning by 5.
So really, an impressive performance in my mind from Morelli, who gave up 2 home runs early. You figured, oh boy, this is going to be a long day for Morelli on the mound, and he was able to settle in. He got the win, and then Curtis came in to get the save, 2-inning save. So you really got to give credit to the Braintree pitching staff, who's now on their 4th game of the week.
Yeah, and to have 4 games in 1 week and have your pitching, especially in a matchup against a Plymouth North team that was red hot, and be able to only limit them to 3 runs and win the game. That is 2 wins in 1.
So that'll close out our coverage. Thank you for watching here today, and Braintree with a big win here today at home. We'll look forward to doing more games here as the season moves on. I believe we'll be here at home on Monday to do Braintree and Duxbury. And Braintree now a 3-1 record after the 8-3 win here today. Plymouth North drops to 3-2 with the loss. And again, some big hits here in this game. Carney with a 2-run hit in the 6th inning that opened things up. And very impressive win here today for this Braintree team. So on behalf of our staff here today, on behalf of our camera person, Christine Patterson, my partner, TJ Chamberlain, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.